So guys, the Hinman emails have been released. Now, what does this mean? Why did not crypto go up? Why did not XRP even go up? And how is this all coming to play? Well, the Hinman emails actually hurt Ethereum more than they help any other coin. What they reveal is the incompetence of the SEC, and it actually reveals that many high-level SEC directors actually disagreed with Hinman that Ethereum was not actually a security, and many of them actually had problems with that. So they didn't actually want to say that Ethereum wasn't a security, and they basically told Bill Hinman, or William Hinman, whichever one you prefer, that like he needs to make things more clear. But Hinman ignored all of that, probably because he had interest in Ethereum, and he made up his own test where Ethereum wasn't a security, but everything else could be a security. And he purposely made the language vague so the SEC has more wiggle room. That basically shows the corruption of Hinman more than anything else, and that many people in the SEC did not actually believe Ethereum was not a security. It also showed that he was going to call Vitalik Buterin to actually make a backdoor deal where Ethereum wasn't a security. Now, this could be devastating to Ethereum and the ERC20 ecosystem, but it may not actually help any other crypto, including XRP. The way that it could help all the other cryptos is it shows the incompetence of the SEC. There were many disagreements, and they didn't actually plan to provide any good regulation to the market. Now, those things I think all of us already knew. But the thing is, so it's nothing new, but it does confirm the incompetence of the SEC and how they're not up to the task of regulating digital currencies. Remember that bill that's actually in Congress to restructure the SEC and get rid of Gary Gensler? That actually might actually give that a little bit more fuel, because these documents show the complete, utter incompetence of the SEC and the corruption with Bill Hinman itself. Now, you can't go about blaming Gary Gensler for this. This was all before Gensler even took office. This was under the former SEC director, Jay Clayton. And remember, this is the guy that left and sued XRP on his last day in office. So that actually has very little to do with Gary Gensler, but even his predecessor had a lot of corruption and a lot of incompetence, and Gensler has actually overturned that. So this particular hand-me-down of the Hinman emails basically blows ETH out of the water. So the SEC, I think, has to rule that either both Ethereum, Ripple, and everything else is a security, or they're both not securities, because they don't really have a reason to rule that one is a security and one is not. Right now, Bitcoin is really the only safe one, because the thing is, with Ethereum the way it is right now, it actually having an ICO and Hinman not really defining sufficiently decentralized and all that other BS, that basically blows all his reasoning out of the water. Now, JP Morgan is probably very much invested in Ethereum, and I'm not really sure if they'll want it to declare it as a security or not. So the Hinman emails do put the SEC in a hard place. But the thing is, Gensler might just turn his back on Ethereum and declare everything a security, because the emails don't actually preclude why XRP is not a security or any other crypto is not a security. And that's why I think the price didn't actually go up all that much at all, because people looked at it, realized, hey, this isn't a bombshell for the actual lawsuit itself. The SEC did not actually say that, cryptos are not securities. They didn't really mention, it looks like, XRP at all. It was all about Ethereum, and it was all mostly about how the SEC didn't have strict guidelines. And it's also about how many of the SEC's top brass did not agree with Bill Hinman that Ethereum wasn't a security. But after he made the issue, they actually pointed to his speech as guidance for the SEC. So I don't believe it was personal opinion. I do believe it was guidance, but Gary Gensler has the option of turning back that entire thing. So I'm not really sure what he's going to do. My guess is he's going to go scorched earth and make Ethereum a security too, which would blow all the ERC20 out of the water and further devastate crypto. But the incompetence shown at the SEC, both before and after Gensler, I do think gives more strength to that bill to get rid of Gary Gensler and to restructure the SEC. So that's why it didn't actually go up. And that's why it probably doesn't help the overall lawsuit right now, because it was basically the SEC, a lot of the commissioners disagreeing with Hinman that Ethereum is not a security. So -1 point for Ethereum, but basically +0 for anything else. And -1 for the SEC as well, because that does question their credibility. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.